Chris, you looked real comfortable out there today. And you had Paul there. Talk about that first touchdown that was the only touchdown. I mean, talk about the play and just about the playing against that defense in general.
I just saw a good matchup out there with Paul, and anytime I've seen that, it's been this way the whole year. I know I'm going to him. I know if I give him a chance, he'll go up and get it. And, yeah, it was just a well-executed play, good blocking up front, and the O-line did amazing today, amazing job. So, yeah, I was happy to get that done.
And then for Cameron, you don't like to do interviews during the week because you don't want that target on your back. You had a 2,000-yard season without Austin Payne, without Traven. You know, I mean, you some babies in front of you. Talk about today and your season.
Oh, well, for one, we know that even with those guys out, we got a really good O-line, and they blow those holes up for me, so I just got to try to make the plays I can, and it really helps when you got wide receivers like this and a good quarterback that could air it out sometimes, open all the run up for you. It's been pretty nice. Great experience.
Did you know you had 2,000 yards this season?
I didn't. I know now, though.
Blair Kirkhoff of the Kansas City Star. Chris, what was different about the touchdown pass versus the first pass of the game? Did you underthrow it a little bit, or what was the deal there?
Yeah, I just didn't get enough out there. We wanted to come out with a shot, and we took one. Should just put a little bit more on that.
Do you have any other questions first? Oh.
Jason Carter, KRDO. Paul, talk about it, man. You talking about it all year. It's finally here. You got the win as a senior class. How great is it to be able to call yourselves champs?
Like I said, man, it's a lot of blood, sweat, and tears that went into this program. A lot of guys who, even guys I seen last night, guys like Lee Meisner, guys like Jesse Lewis, who built this program. And to be able to come through and end like this, man, it's beautiful. It's not only is it for us, but it's for everybody who's able to bring the program back. Thank you to the DeRose family. Thank you to all the friends of football. Thank you to Pueblo for allowing us to have a football team again. And to do this, man, it's a monumental experience.
Yeah, Cameron, all year you guys talked about winning the last game. You finally did it. Is this what you thought it would feel like?
I'm actually still sort of speechless towards the thing right now. It doesn't even feel like we won. Like, just trying to let the emotions catch up because we knew we had to take it play at a time, and the plays are done now, I guess. I don't even know really how to feel right now. But definitely feels great knowing that I won it with these guys. They wanted to go out with a big bang, and we got it done.
Front row.
I thought you might say you're going to dye my hair like you.
Hey, Paul, Nick Journey with the Pueblo Chieftain. Nobody likes getting clothes for Christmas, but what do you think of your new attire?
Oh, man, I take this every Christmas, man. This is beautiful. Like I said, man, this is wonderful to be part of this group, to have Coach Wristen as a head coach. This is just an experience of a lifetime. I don't think it's hit any of us. I mean, I don't like to speak for all y'all, but I'm going to speak for all y'all. It hit you yet?
No.
No?
I just want to say to all these kids and Paul, Paul came down with a severe migraine this morning, and for him to play through that, and he was in really a lot of pain, and our docs and our team and everybody rallied behind him. But it just shows really how lucky I am to be their head coach. And I want to make that point. These kids were going to do everything they could to go win this game, and that kind of proves it right there.
Do you have any further questions for the back row?
Chris, are you going to add this to your clothing line that you've got going on?
I might have to make a shirt similar to this one. Yeah, I mean, whenever you got something like this happen in your life, it's always a game changer. And yeah, we'll see when I get back home if I can come up with something.
For you guys don't know, Chris has his own clothing line from out in San Diego, from the town he comes from. So
Claremont
that's where
Roots.
that's coming from.
Claremont Roots, yeah.
Throw that name out.
Claremont Roots, and I'm sure glad I have him in Pueblo.
Any further questions for the student athletes? All right, thank you very much,
I
gentlemen.
just want to make one more statement, and I should have said this earlier, but I think the people of Kansas City, the football subdivision, or football division, put on a spectacular show, and we're glad and honored to be part of the first one. And part of our makeup is we hope we're here again to help celebrate here in Kansas City. So thank you to that group, and thank you, Kansas City, for hosting this thing. And it was a special, it was big time atmosphere out there. It was big time from the start of the trip to when the last gun went off. We were treated first class, and this is going to be a special event for years to come.
Okay, guys, if you want to step down, you guys can step down. Coach, you got to stick around and answer a few more questions here. So
That's fun.
Go get him.
okay,
All right. Coach, I asked you this earlier in the year. Is this the best defense you've ever had?
You know, I tell you, it's hard to say your best ever, but you know what? They showed up tonight. They showed up all year. Those guys, again, played outstanding, and we just had a great match for us. I mean, a great front, a great secondary. Those kids have played a lot of football. Those guys have played ever since they were redshirt freshmen. We have a lot of experience, and we were able to come together and check our egos at the door. And yeah, tonight they were the very best. When I think a little bit of motivation is. I'm not big in statistics, but someone brought it up to me that Mankato was number one in the country in scoring defense, and our guys sure knew about it.
Seems like we should have a defensive guy here. But
Well, I said that walking in. I said, we got this all kind of screwed up. But
Well, and special teams, because I thought the block field goal was a big bummer. Can you take us through that? And that second week in a row that you guys blocked, have I got that right, that you guys blocked one?
yeah, we last week was by Morgan Fox. This week was by Josh Bridle, and Josh finally got a little penetration, and he finally stayed low. It's hard for a guy who's 6'8" at that time to do that, and he stayed low and was able to generate enough movement at the point of attack. And I think it might have been a low kick also. I think it was a combination of that. So that was a big momentum changer. I think right there in that first part of the game, both teams are going back and forth, throwing their punches and going. But we kind of got we got going there, and with that taking place, and I thought Steph was going to pick it up and score on that. And I thought that really would have been a big difference. But instead, I believe we went down and got points on that drive. And that anytime when our defense plays, if you get points, you got a chance to win a ball game.
any more questions?
I'm sorry, I wasn't here on Thursday, but I just want to ask you about this 7 years ago, and now you're on the podium. Just put that into a thought.
Sorry. Special. See, in teaching and coaching, you never get a chance to start something from scratch, basically. I only wanted one guy to blame. That was the guy in the mirror. And I wanted to be a part of bringing something special to basically to a town, Pueblo, Colorado. I don't know if it's a secret recipe. I don't know if anything was done any special, but we just put our head down and go to work. We're a blue-collar town. We're a steel mill town in Pueblo. This community invested in us. We played a football game. I was hired July 7th, 2007, and we played our first football game against Panhandle State on August 30th, I believe, of 2008. Talk about pressure. There's 10,000 people there, and they expect you to win a game with a bunch of guys you just recruited. And ever since then, we were going to lay this foundation of trust, faith, and patience. And we were going to be able to, we're going to be able to bring something special. And special is a lot of different terms to everybody. And I'm very proud of the kids that played here before, laid that foundation. They've got their degrees. They're in the community. They're doing something special. It's just worked, and I wanted to take advantage of that. You know, I was always a career assistant with Gary Barnett, who was a mentor of mine. I owe a lot to him. I really do. And it's really it's emotional for me because there's a lot of people who work there tail ends off, and I want to thank them. Thank you for the question.
Does anyone else have any questions? Well, with that, Coach, thank you again for your time. Congratulations on an outstanding season.